Well, it's December 22nd, and it's a Friday, and this place is closing down early. It's now 1 o'clock. A whole wave of people left here at noon. But there's something interesting I wanted to show you guys. You know, bidding a job like this and doing the work and building a relationship with a property manager. It all takes time. Getting to know the site. Well, I know this site. I know it better. I'm like the furniture here. Now you notice right in front of me there's a light post. It's kind of supposed to be like this. Somebody hit it. I think that was like that in September when we were cutting the grass, the last few cuts of October even. I went and looked at it just now. I got an email from the property manager who I'm building a new relationship with. She's been here for about a year, and her boss too, both new property managers. The existing property manager that's been here for 8 years now, I knew him like just almost like a family friend, and we had a great relationship. We worked well together. When we screwed up, he told us. He said, fix it. And we fixed it. But it didn't happen very often. But he trusted us, and we got along great with him, and what happens is they retire eventually. So now I'm building a new relationship with 2 new property managers here. As a matter of fact, I got 4 property managers that I'm building a new relationship with, and it takes time. Eventually they start to trust you, and they, you know, if they can trust. But it takes a couple of years of working with someone. And when they ask me to do something, you know, the old saying, when they ask you to jump, you say how high. I don't even ask how high, I just jump. And that's always got me out of a lot of trouble. So they're calling for 2 centimeters of snow here today, and snow tomorrow too. So, and there's because you got shutdowns on weekends and so on, the property managers asked me well ahead of time, at least 2-3 days ago, to be here on Saturday, because the long range forecast was for snow on Saturday, which is 2 days before Christmas. It didn't matter if it was Christmas Day, I gotta be here if need be. If I have to, I'd be here. And just to reassure herself, make sure I understood I had to be here, because there's going to be a crew working here tomorrow. There's something else I wanted to show you. Alright, as you can see up ahead, the two-way traffic sign is back out, and my wipers are not doing a good job. So what the construction crew has done here, they filled in the hole that they had dug. It was a good 8 to 10 foot hole right here about 4 hours ago. They just filled it in an hour and a half ago, and they left, and I think they're probably going to start back in the new year. I imagine they're off next week. So I'm driving on what used to be a big hole here right now, and I got an email about a week ago saying that it's possible they would put steel plates. Well, Jesus, man, that was making me nervous, because I thought, steel plates? I've never done snow removal on steel plates with a hole underneath. So I was thinking, I never had a chance to ask the question, but what if my cutting edge catches on one of these steel plates? It pushes the plate ahead 4 feet. What's going to happen to my truck? Is it going to fall in a 10-foot hole? So I didn't like that idea too much, but I'm glad they filled it in. I think in summertime they could probably get away with the steel plates, but you know, they put those 1-inch thick steel plates over holes, trenches across the road, that sort of thing. Well, this was a big gaping hole. It was 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and about 15-20 feet long, and it kind of ramped its way down as they're laying in what they're doing is putting in a water pipe, new water main. So they're going, I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video. Right there is the new water main. It looks big. It looks like it's 24 inches. It's 16 inches. They're going from an 8-inch to a 16-inch because I think their plan is to eventually build more infrastructure here, more buildings, and maybe even possibly a tower. And that's the reason for the upgrade with the water. They can't do any of that unless they have adequate water. So they're coming off a main line here, which is underneath that road. In 2008, I watched them put that in. They put a 36-inch water main all along there. It's got to be a couple of kilometers long. So I think I said, what did I say? 2 kilometers. It's more than 2. It's like 10 or 15 kilometers. That water main. And yeah, so they're going to hook in at this end. There was no water main at this part. That's why it's taken so long to do this job. They're jackhammering through really hard rock, and it's taken. They've been at it for a month and a half now, I think. They've only got a couple of 100 feet here. So my plan getting back to the light post is to get the tractor, the Case tractor going, and I'm going to go over to there's a cardboard recycling bin. I'm going to pull some cardboard out and try and pad between the plow and the light post so I don't scratch the paint, and straighten it up. And one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to, I'm pretty sure one of two things. It's either going to straighten up and everything will be hunky-dory, or I'm going to break the base plate. There's a little 4-inch or 6-inch base plate with 4 bolts in it. If either the bolts will break or the plate will break or both will break, and I bought the light post, so let's see how it goes. And I'm not even going to straighten it up too straight. I'm just going to get it a little closer to straight because I think it will break. I'm pretty well betting on that. So you think you see enough padding there? Grab a couple. I'm going to grab enough to stop any scratching. Okay, well, I'm going to switch the tractor and keep their fingers crossed and their toes if you can even, because I really feel that post is going to break. But we'll give it a shot. We'll put it in creeper gear. We'll get that cardboard wedged in there and we'll give it a little tug, and we'll switch the tractor right now. Anyone want to take a bet? If I was a betting person, I would bet that it's going to break. So, let's go see. Alright, we'll find out together. Taking my time because I don't want to break it. Well, guess what? It doesn't look like it broke. Let me go look at it closer. Now this is how fast I can go in Creeper 1. I don't even know if you can see me moving right now. It's pretty slow. But I managed to fix that post. That's the post right there, so it turned out okay. I think I pulled it a little straighter than I planned to. I just wanted to get it a little bit closer to straight. I didn't really care if it was straight. But they told me, they sent me an email saying, please fix it. The post you knocked over, which I didn't knock over. So 1 step forward and 2 steps back, because I got something I just noticed on the plow. There's 2 things. One I noticed about 3 days ago. Okay, well this might, this looks like it's loose there. I see the threads here. It's been leaking there. Well, there's one bad news I just noticed just now. And you see these 3 springs, 4, not 3. That's the way it's supposed to look. And then this bar goes up and down with the trip edge here, the pivot point down here, and then it goes through this square. I welded in 3 6205 bearings, old Mordec bearings up in there, and you can see them because the front of that square tube had worn to the point where I was just about through it. Well, come and see the other side. I have to leave the motor run because it's cold and I'm trying to let it warm up. This broke the other day plowing the road. So how are you supposed to explain that to the property manager? That's the construction. That's what it does to snowplow equipment. So I expect that I'm going to have to buy a box of these springs. I'm going to go through springs and parts like crazy. And that's what it's supposed to look like. See if I can borrow a pipe wrench from somebody and thread that back in. So that's what I'm up to today. Well, that's the joys of plowing snow, you know. And there's a lot of things that I could share with you guys about bidding on a site this size, or coming up with numbers, and the other things that you have to factor into your prices. There's so many things. I could do a 10-part video on that, but give me a thumbs up if you want that kind of thing, and then give me a thumbs down if you're not really interested. And I'm going to go see if I can borrow a pipe wrench, tighten that back in there, or I'm going to have to buy a new cylinder or something. It might be stripped. That might be an impact from that might have happened at the same time as the spring broke, because it took a jump, man, like you wouldn't believe. And I asked them in October. We had an hour and a half long meeting with the new property managers, and I just went by myself, and I asked them what's going to happen with my equipment when it gets broken this winter. And they said, well, we don't want that. We don't want your stuff getting broken. Well, we're December 22nd today, and I've already got 2 things. Now, that cylinder might just have been, it was time, and it went. And same with the spring, but the spring I'm kind of 99% sure it was from the construction. It thawed, it went above the freezing point, and it got caught in some crushed stone, and took a flip like you wouldn't believe. I just about went through the windshield, so not looking forward to doing that all winter. But it's something I have to deal with, so. Anyway, it's my last video before Christmas. I may post this today or tomorrow. Merry Christmas. And I'll probably won't see you till the new year. And Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Well, guess what? I borrowed a nice aluminum pipe wrench here. Nothing but the best here. 18-inch, rigid, and it's turning right in. I just turned it quite a bit there, and I gotta use 2 hands to finish it up, but there's a bit of good news. There's another Christmas gift for me. The light post and this cylinder are fixed. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And I just gotta buy a spring like this. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good one.